slalom course. It's a long row of cones that you're going to hustle your way through. Now, before we even deal with the vision skills exercise, let's talk a little bit about some advanced car control stuff. As you hustle the car through here, I want you to turn your butt on, turn your back on, and feel the car. How much weight transfer is there as you navigate your way through the cones? How does the car's suspension minimize that weight transfer, right? How do you help the car's suspension minimize that weight transfer? By nice, smooth, fluid, rhythmic carving. You're going to drive a part of the racetrack that feels just like this today. It's the chicane. It's 5A, 5B, 6. It is left, right, left. Not to include left, right, left. Dude, smooth out. Fluid, rhythmic carving. How much grip do these tires give you? How crisp is the front end of this car? In other words, how well does it point, right?
So on this one, it's like, I want the people to pick their speed on this, but keep the car safe. We don't need to put the cars in the, she got pretty sideways in there. So so the rule on this one is you're going to be picking your speed. You're probably going to be somewhere 35, 40 miles an hour-ish. If the car does not feel settled under you, or you cannot put it where you want it to be, you're going too fast, right? And so that's kind of the rule on that one. I think the cones are all okay, so go talk to Will.
All right.
All right.
That one
All right, good. Yeah, five more than last time.
5 more. That was impressive, and it was still pretty dang smooth. So probably got your attention. That was a lot more work. So if we had 10 more runs at this, I'd just say make that your new every time.
This is an ABS avoidance maneuver, right? From a standing start, 55, 60 miles an hour, no brakes till you come to these first 2 cones. At the first 2 cones, stop the car right now, as fast as you can. Stop it, right? That's the maximum amount of brakes your car has on it. It will also activate the ABS system. Once everyone has activated the ABS system, I'm going to put a child right in the middle of the road. It is not a child, it is a rubber cone. The cone's name is Timmy. Do not hit Timmy, right? I need you to activate the ABS system, 55, 60 miles an hour, activate the ABS system, and drive right around Timmy.
Okay, we have came to the final run. The final run is going to be just a little bit different. They got to reset up Timmy though. Its base is almost with no base. It's just almost fallen over on its own. So this time, we're coming down to the right. Last time you came over and you stayed over here. This time I want you to come and then come back, steer into the right lane. So you'll come all the way around, still under braking. Now, probably if you're braking hard enough, you may not be able to be under braking the whole time to make it over there. Do the best you can though to get over as far as you can. But in that distance, some of these brakes on these cars are so good nowadays that they just slow you down so quick you don't get to go the full length all the way around.
So if I snap left and then snap right, is there a possibility that I'll like end up in the grass?
No. And you don't need to snap it, you just need to steer it. So much more controlled, much smoother motions, but it's quick, but smooth. But steer to the left and then get around the cone to the right. You know, so
it happens so quickly. It happens so quickly.
Yeah, it does. But you're slowing down real quick too, in a short space. Yes. But no, it's not going to roll. It's not going to snap out in the grass or anything. You can maybe slide a little. Last time I think I heard you, the brakes lock up just a little, which is exactly what it's supposed to do. It's going on and off. That's why it allows you to turn, is because sometimes full brake, sometimes it's not. You can steer. So get around to the left, get back to the right, go full stop, go get debriefed.
Sounds
Have fun.
Good.
Moose test. We call it emergency lane change, collision avoidance. Yes, there is a moose involved in it. Here we are on the Maple Valley Highway. You're going this way and traffic's coming this way. Here you are right here. You encounter an obstacle. Something you need to either go into oncoming traffic and back into your lane, or to the shoulder of the road and back into your lane. An obstacle, or maybe you just are tired and you kind of wander the car to the shoulder of the road. Bottom line is vehicle number 2 to get around Mr. Moose. makes a slight right-hand maneuver, and right here, vehicle number 2 feels that wheel drop over that lip, that shoulder, that rut of asphalt to gravel. If that rut is deep enough, driver number 2 feels the car tracking quite violently, all right? Almost self-steering itself, right? Driver number 2 panics, wants back up to his lane. Driver number 2 snap steers the car back into his lane. The trajectory of the front wheels is way too great for what the driver is trying to accomplish. All you want is back up into your lane, right? The trajectory sends you across into your lane, across center line, slight rotation of vehicle. Usually a passenger is killed first here, but we got a fatality head on. What does driver number 2 need to do? You made the decision to go to the shoulder of the road, get the car all the way to the shoulder of the road, big deep breath, slow down, turn signal on, and blend the car back, not snap steer it. Get your eyes back in your lane. Now, we do not own a Moose, but we have Bob, Ted, Carol, and Alice, the 4 Cone kids. We love them very much. Don't hit them. You're going to be approaching Bob, Ted, Carol, and Alice at upwards of 40 miles an hour. You will not know whether you're going into oncoming traffic and back into your lane or to the shoulder of the road and back into your lane until the very last nanosecond. And you'll get that signal from this instructor jumping out, blocking, saying, no, you're going to oncoming traffic and back in your lane. This instructor jumping in saying, no, you're going to the shoulder of the road and back in your lane.
Man, amazing. I keep thinking that right rear quarter is going to hit that inside
close.
cone. It is really close. I don't know if you're looking at sensors or, but it's really close. But you're still given enough room getting over to the left to allow for that extra 3-4 feet of car over there. And that's exactly what you want to do, but you don't want to go too far to where it makes it harder to get back over to your right lane.
Yeah.
So just a beautiful amount of it. So
Thanks.
nice job.
From a standing start, you're going to accelerate upwards of 40, 50 miles an hour with no brakes till you come to this yellow cone. At this yellow cone, this is failure. Stand on its nose and turn the steering wheel. And watch what happens. It goes under. You're trying to get to this green cone. Stand on its nose, look over the green cone, turn the steering wheel. You'll never get there. And what will you do? See his wheels? Go, go, I gotta get to the green cone. This is not working for you. Einstein said the sure sign of insanity is keep doing things the same way, expect something to change. You got way too much of this and way too much of that. So if this and that aren't working, maybe if we stop turning in, we stop turning into the understeer, and maybe if we uncurl that big toe, turning red to pink, as we uncurl the big toe, lo and behold, look what happens. When you turn red to pink and stop turning into the understeer, look at where it goes.
So what I'll have you do, just because you have done through this before, we'll just skip instead of doing it one more time. We're just going to go straight a little bit to that modulation here. So rather than just getting into there and losing control, what I'd like you to do is focus on the eyes, get those eyes up to the green cone, rather than just riding it out until the whole thing stops. See if you can use your tools, a little bit of brake release, a little bit of steering, open up the hands, point the Tesla badge right at that green cone, then come to a full stop. Does that make sense?
Yep.
And you're just, in a way, just driving the car. Sounds simple when you say it out loud, but yeah, instead of staying 10 out of 10 on those brakes all the way, maybe back to 9 out of 10, instead of just holding here and waiting, just a couple degrees, open up that steering wheel, let the tires point in a direction they can actually function.
Yep.
But yeah, see if you can just point the front of the car where you want to go, and then come to that full stop. Any questions on this next run?
Nope.
Go for it, have fun.
Okay, we're going to go slow.
Copy. Group 1 coming out for the short.
So first thing else, we come out to the green cones. Now, you did this before? Okay, so I'll repeat.
Yep.
And then we'll come out and we'll head right out. We'll want to make sure that anybody that's coming from 7 to here, we just wait for it. We don't see anybody here, so we're going to head on out. Use the cup holder. obviously out to the yellow line for the turn in. We'll turn in right underneath the green cone right there by the turn 9 turn station, or turn apex. We'll come in, right front side tire will be going right over the white dot, white X, which is on the ground right there. We just right over there. The farther we come out here, the less margin we have on the out cone, which is right here, the white cone. We'll pause for a second or two, 100,000, 1 and 2, then we'll start drifting over to our right, and we're getting over about 3/4 of the way. The orange cone way down there on the left-hand side Jersey barrier is what we're looking for. Okay. And I bet I use that number 2 fir tree behind it. So at the yellow cone out of your periphery, you'll turn and you'll head towards it. Eventually you won't see the green cone because you're looking all the way for that orange cone down there, which is, like I said, there's 2 big fir trees. The left one I call number 2. And we'll keep heading towards it. And as we get close to the Jersey barrier, we'll give it a little right-hand input, say about 3 to 4 feet off the wall. We maintain this, we get to a speed we're both comfortable with. We wait for the yellow. At the yellow, we're ready to start our turn, not after, but right at the yellow, and we start our turn. Smooth arc around. There's turn 1, man today by Tim. And we come around, and we're going to come down right next to our, which is not our brake line, it's not a fog line, but it's a blend line where race cars blend onto a track. Come down. Little opposite of our exercises this morning, we're going to come down and we're going to brake smooth. I know on this one I just let off the throttle a little and it starts braking. I don't even need to brake. And then at the yellow cone we're going to turn in, center up between the left and rights on our cones, center up over the center of that white dot. Then we're going to be patient here, get our eyes around for the apex, which is like 7/8 around. Don't come in too early, and then just slowly start making adjustments if you need any, but it'll probably stay right where you want. Right through the apex, let it roll out towards the white cone. Only go out to the edge of the black, don't go out on the white and red. Keep your same left-hand steering angle. Obviously, I know you've already seen the back of the track before. A little bit of an elevation change here coming down. 3 will be man today too. Coming down nice and straight. Get all the way to the brakes. We start braking. This is 280-degree corners. We stay within about 2 feet of the outside fog line. Drive it all the way down to the yellow cone. At the yellow cone, we're going to turn in. Nice and tight for the green apex. Post apex, we're going to come out about mid-track, right about to the middle. Keep driving it to the right, almost going down and touching this yellow cone. Come down a little dab of brake, and we're going to turn. This will be the start of our straightaway right here. Even though it's curvy, I just basically want you to go straight, let the car unwind, straight over the top, right past the green cone, which will go by your left mirror. Straight over the top. I'll take this mirror later on after we get in the actual session there. After lunch, we'll come over the top of the hill. We'll come down into the valley, working our way to the left. We'll roll past the orange cone, and we'll get ready to turn in at the yellow cone. So we roll by. Later after lunch, we'll use a little brake right there, but right now we're not going quick enough. We'll drive it right up, almost getting close to this yellow cone. At the yellow, we're going to turn in right past the green cone, and we'll just barely let the tires roll right at where the base of the cone hits the the base of the curbing hits the black asphalt. Same with the right side tires here, right where the asphalt hits the angle. Turn in at the yellow. Left side tires base of the curbing. Let it roll out towards the white. We want to get to the yellow way up there. Grass is in the way, so we'll follow the right fog line all the way around. At the yellow cone, we're going to turn in, get within about 2 to 3 feet of our green apex cone. Next cone I have people look at is the farthest one down at the end, the yellow. We'll let the car roll out to the right, stay about 1 car within, come in nice and straight, brake in a straight line, turn in on the yellow, through the gate we go, nice and smooth, and then we'll come right around to the apex. Normally I wouldn't drive one hand, but I want to show that basically hit it just right, it'll come around, then let it flow up the hill, to the top of that little white T there. Come around, it'll feel much more natural on the second lap. And then we'll come in nice and tight to the wall. And then we'll let it roll out to the left towards the white out cone. We're looking way down there. In fact, you're already looking for your number 2 fir tree way down there, but you're drifting slowly to the right because you're going to go through the left right up here at the kink.
Are you talking about these trees? Or?
No. Do you see where the orange cone is?
Yeah.
Behind them are 2 big fir trees.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because it's hard to see the orange cone from that far, I just use the second one in, which is a little taller,
I see.
and that's why I just call it the second fir tree.
Okay, I can see it.
Yeah, that's fine. Then we'll head straight towards it.
Okay.
And once you see the orange cone, you know where it's at, but it's just hard. It's just easier for the tree. And then you're just there again, parallel. And I'm going to repeat this throughout the whole day,
Yep.
you know, so you don't have to pick it all up. There again, you did it before. Come rolling around here. Come down, nice and straight. Big thing I find is, see all these black marks that remind me. Main thing is, don't ever lift off or hit the brakes
Just
through
give it a
that
little
turn.
bit more.
Just hold the speed all the way through. It'll be much more safer, and the car will be much more stable. So equidistance through the gate, center up over the white dot. There again, if you hit it just right, it will come all the way around without making any adjustments. Just be patient and don't drive in real quick to the left-hand fog line. So it comes right around. Let it unwind just a little bit. Let it roll out towards that white out cone. Stay on the black asphalt. Maintain your left-hand steering angle. It'll naturally come back around, driving you down the hill. Coming straight down the hill. We're doing brake, brake, brake. Following the left fog line all the way down to the yellow cone. So we're brake, brake, brake. And these are going to be like upper 30s, 38, whatever, 37 miles an hour. Pretty slow corners. But if you can imagine in a parking lot, if you did 180 degrees at 38 miles an hour, yeah, it'd be hard. Thank goodness we have banking here. Brake, brake, brake. We're going to turn in, close to the apex. Let it unwind out towards our white out cone. Starting to, as we unwind the steering wheel, we're proportionally rolling on the throttle. And as we roll on the throttle, we'll straighten it up. Unwind the steering wheel straight over the top of the hill. Come down in the valley, working our way to the left. Looks like a nice day too, man.
Yeah.
Keep coming over, get past the orange cone. After lunch again, we'll do a little braking before the yellow cone. We'll roll up here, wait for the yellow. At the yellow, we're going to turn in. So we're going to head straight for the yellow cone, light braking just before it, and almost on and off, like I hardly even will feel it.
Yep.
Right side tires base of the curbing.
So
At
we
the
get
yellow.
the grip to point to the green.
Yep, to turn. Yeah, just turn that front end. Then let it roll out to the right. Follow it out and around up to the yellow cone. Now I'm going to be over there the rest of the day, but I'll do it from this side when I turn through. I'm going to throw up my left arm. Over there, I'll throw up my right arm. That tells students, instructors, lappers, whoever, we are coming in. So we want to get as far to the right as we can. We'll drop off our speed a little, and we'll stay to the far right, but we want to keep all four tires on the black stuff. So we'll stay outside. We don't want to dip to the inside because actually lapping cars can go by on the inside right here. So we'll stay to the outside, and then I may say, hey, Al, little dab of brake right here just to get off because we're going to get acclimated to a little higher speed. The biggest key I found out is when we come out here and we do this 180, check this mirror, because if there's somebody behind you and they go off straight and you're doing a 180 in front of them, we don't like that.
No, yeah.
That's no good. Most important question I wanted to ask you today was roughly how much was the wrap?
About 5,000.
5,000. Okay, I have a 928 that I've been thinking about having a wrap.
For the braking zones, should I be avoiding ABS or?
Yes. We're going to, instead of like our braking exercises where we're doing as hard as we can so you could experience that ABS, we're going to be very smooth and just slowly graduate. We don't want to just put it on its nose like the other exercises. We want it to be smooth and come down gradual. Just take some speed out of the car and then release off of that.
We're going to go pretty firm because we got to cut speed.
Yeah, pretty firm. Yeah, but a lot of this also on the regen takes a lot of it out.
Okay.
I didn't know you could adjust it. But we'll go out to the green cones. We'll look around. We know these cars are coming in, but I'm going to assume like they're not.
Yep.
Just like they're active. But we'll wait. We're always looking over at turn station number 7, which is behind those porta potties there with that little slanted roof. If we don't see anybody coming in there, like after this vet here, then we can roll on out. Obviously, it feels a little awkward coming out perpendicular at first, but
Yeah.
and if the vet rolls off, then we'll let you roll out. And she is rolling off, so roll on out, Elle. And let it roll to the left side over towards your yellow turn-in cone. I'm going to just roll this window down a little. Come out to the left. At the yellow, we're going to turn in for the turn 9 apex, right side tires over the white dot with the white X through it. Let it roll out towards the white cone. We'll pause for a second or two after we get there, sort of straight. We're already looking way down there where that number 2 fir tree is, but we're drifting to the right, still keeping an eye out. Get about 3/4 over, and we're holding that. We're still looking down there. Out of our periphery, we see the yellow. At the yellow, we turn and we head towards that number 2 fir tree. Just the seat belts. fluttering in the wind. Keep heading towards your number 2 fir tree. As you get close, a little right-hand angle. Stay 3-4 foot off the wall. Keep heading down. Be ready to turn at the yellow cone. At the yellow cone, smooth arc all the way around the apex here at turn 1. We come all the way around. Coming down nice and straight, staying about a couple of feet off this blend line. And there again, we don't need to it because they're not carrying the speed, but afterwards, be smooth application of the brakes. We'll get it woed down, and then at the yellow, we're going to turn in, center up through the gate, center up the nose of the hood over the white dot, which is on the deck right there. And we're going to maintain that same steering position, being patient, and trying to maintain our speed, not letting it drop off. And we'll let it come around. It's a long apex all the way around here. Then let it unwind out towards the white cone, staying on the black stuff. Let it keep dropping all the way back down to the left-hand side of the track. Slowly coming down. We'll actually be accelerating, but as you know at home, when you're coming down to a downhill stop sign, how much more braking it takes than on being on flat or an uphill. So we're braking, staying within 2 feet of the left fog line, all the way down to the yellow cone. At the yellow cone, we're going to turn in for the green apex. And we don't want to shuffle though either, just try and keep 9 and 3 and just hold that position. And then drive it right down to the yellow cone. Little light dab of brake right here. Turn in, nice and tight to the apex. Let it unwind out towards the white cone. As you unwind, start gently proportionally rolling on the throttle. Basically come nice and straight up through this curved section. Left side mirror will go just past that green cone. On the left side, there you go. Come straight down into the valley, working over to the left orange cone along the fog line on your left. We'll roll past that. We get up to the yellow. At the yellow, we'll turn in and arc right up to the next yellow, yellow to yellow, almost up touching it right there on the edge. At the yellow, turn in. Left side tires at the apex, and right at the base of the curb. Head straight for the center of the yellow. Just a little light brake and then off. Just to tip that front end almost to where I don't even feel it. It's so light. Right side tires base of the curbing. Wait for the yellow. Left side tires base of the curbing. Let it drift out towards the white cone on the right. Follow the right fog line all the way up and around to the yellow cone. At the yellow cone, we're going to turn left within about 2 feet of our green apex cone. Later, turn 7 will be manned also. Turn through. Let the car roll out to the right, parallel to the right side, but about 1 car width in. It's almost this lane right here. It's called lane 1, but that's for dragsters. And then brake, and then turn in through the gate. Holding that position, should come right around for your apex, maybe small adjustments. Then let it roll up the hill, up the banking, almost over this white T that's on there. Good. Keep it coming back around, hold your hand position. Swing out towards your yellow cone. Nice smooth arc. Coming in nice and tight to the wall and into the number 9. Let it roll out towards the white cone. Looking down as far as you can. Eventually we'll have you look all the way to the turn station 1, but right now where that number 2 fir tree is, or the orange cone. And at the yellow, we see out of our peripheral eyes, turn and head towards that number 2 fir tree. I already said I'll watch the mirror later on for most of our session after lunch. Keep heading out to the left, 3-4 foot off the wall. Wait for the yellow cone. At the yellow cone, initiate your turn. Nice smooth arc, maintaining speed all the way through L. No matter what speed we're going, just maintain that speed all the way through the corner. We'll get the car straight, then we'll go to brakes, and we'll be nice and smooth, and we'll take the speed out of the car. And I'll just be saying that more after lunch. Brake, brake, brake. Right now it doesn't need much. Center up through the gate. Center up over the white dot. Eyes around for the green apex. Maintaining speed. And don't be too impatient to come in to the left. Just be patient. Now start coming in towards that green apex. Beautiful. Let it roll out towards the white cone. Maintaining that left steering angle that you have. It'll keep coming right around here, around the corner to your left. Drive you down within 2 feet of the left fog line. If any flags come up at the turn stations, I'll tell you what they mean and what to do. So brake, 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 all the way down to the yellow cone. At the yellow cone, we're going to turn in. Hit the green apex, let it roll out mid-track. Drive it right back down to the outside to the yellow here. light brake, turn in nice and tight to the apex. As you unwind, proportionally roll on your throttle, let the car straighten out and straight over the top of the hill. Good time to check gauges, you know, relax your fingers. Some people are into breathing, you can do that too. Come straight over the top of the hill, down into the valley, working your way to the left. Roll past the orange cone. At the yellow, be ready to turn it up to the next yellow. At this yellow, turn through your green apex on the left, which is turn 5A. Head straight for the yellow. You have light braking just before it. Set that front. Turn in. Right side tires base of the curbing at turn 5B. At the yellow, turn through. Left side tires, turn 6. Right at the base of the curbing. Let it all open around to the white cone. Follow the right fog line up to the yellow cone. At the yellow cone, we're going to turn through our apex within a couple of feet. I'm now going to throw out my right arm all the way to the right side. We're going to start rolling it down L. We're going to follow the right fog line all the way around, staying on the black stuff though. And then we're going to roll into the paddock and roll right back into group 1. Now don't come to the left, stay to the outside if you can. Like I said, there may be cars. Right now we don't have one, but later on with lapping we could, and they could dip to the inside and that would startle them a little. Keep coming around. Now we're going to go all the way past here. We'll go nice and slow in the paddock here. We'll go past. We're good. A little awkward coming out perpendicular here, but roll out towards your yellow cone on the left-hand side. Watch for the students here on the left. Rolling into the number turn 9 apex. Right next to the wall here. Straight to the second 2. Slowly start moving to the right. Around for the apex. Start coming in on the apex, get in nice and tight. Let it roll out towards the white cone on your right. Keep that same left hand to angle straight in, back to the left side fog line. So brake, brake. Follow the outside left all the way down to the yellow turn-in cone when you turn in for the green apex. Turn in. Let it roll off mid-track, post apex. Drag it right down to the corner to the yellow, almost touching it. Light brake. Turn in, get real tight to the apex. Beautiful. Let it unwind, just sort of like you did it before. Straight over the top of the hill. Check your gauges if needed. Straight over the top of the hill. Come down, working in the valley to the left-hand side. Following the left fog line. Get ready for a little brake just before the yellow. Stop 6 feet off and release. Wait for the yellow. Let the yellow turn in. Maintain the speed all the way through the chicane, with the exception of light have a brake right here. Brake, on, left, roll through. Wait for the yellow, turn into the green and turn 6. Let it roll out to the white, up and around to the yellow cone. Up here at turn 7, turn through the apex at turn 7. Let it roll out to the right side, got one car looking on the right side of the track. Coming to right in a straight line. And release 3 APOL. Coming in tight to the apex. Let it roll up the hill over the white tee, use the banking. Start rolling on the throttle. This is actually part of our front straight. Have the yellow turn in. So lots of experience.
Yeah.
We've all been racing for many years. So yeah, that's the difference. I was just wondering if there are similarities, but just once you said his name, I already know what the difference is. It's okay. Yeah, everything for him is a race. Go.
Yeah, he's always just like,
go, as fast as you can.
floor it.
Yeah,
Give me 1 more, give me 2 more, give me 3 more.
Yeah, I know. Good guy though, real good guy.
Great guy. Yeah, he said I was his best one-day student that year, or this year. Really slick.
Yeah,
outside business as well as business. You can see when you do that, that car is obviously faster than you want to go, or not wanting, but that you are going down the front straightaway. But when you get in the corner, he's a lot slower, not maintaining speed. And we're just like gliding through turn 2, and then you run right up on his bumper. And then he gets a straightaway again, and then he pulls away, and then you suck right back up on him again. Just like when you're shooting the speed. Face up. See how far rotates when you're falling like that.
Right.
Group 1, sugar. Send the flag guys, just let me see it quickly. I just want to be
When you get used to it, it's just like everyday running. Yeah, you become acclimated more to the speed too. Yeah. But you become so familiar with the road, you know, 2.5 miles long, you know what to expect. I like that everything is going one way. There's no kids or bouncing ball or animals or whatever, you know, it's just very controlled. You have all the numbers. You got people watching out for the flag stations, radios. So it's a little nicer, but yeah, it definitely can become that way. Just putting it out of subconscious.
Rick, are you staged at track out?
You know, all the sessions that we've been out there, I never knew that, oh, I didn't hear checkered flag. I've never seen this, I don't remember ever seeing the orange red out here, but it's not.
Do you have a radio copy, Rob?
So why don't we let it all fly right here, so let it just...
Do you want me to keep Suzanne out, or do you want me to bring her in?
Orange vet, and then the white
Can we give a black flag to the orange Corvette, no number?
Ready to 31 if I do not see any acknowledgement. Copy, possible late flag 9. Go ahead and display a standing checker or standing flag for Corvette.
What's that?
Comes fine.
Again? Yeah.
Comes in, paying attention.
They're giving a black flag to the home track. But no checker. Nope, she pulled over. She didn't want to do that. Be careful. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to come back around.
But she had one flag, she pulled off to the side.
What's that on the Porsche?
I'm gonna let the brakes pull up and
Yeah,
this one.
no problem.
Copy, I believe I see group 2 out there. Turn 3, go ahead and set up 5 for this Corvette.
Copy that. Lots to talk about when she comes in.
Have we flown a checkered flag for Group 1 yet?
Yes, group 1 is under checkered. Group 1 is under checkered.
Okay, did not see it. We'll come in.
Guess I got some free time.
Yeah, I thought, yeah, that's okay. I think he was throwing the black flag when we went by versus a checkered
Black
flag.
flag
He's
given,
throwing it for the orange
3 positive acknowledgement from the orange Corvette. If we could probably go a little bit faster though.
Okay, this time I'm going to throw my arm up there, Al, but we'll go do it. And I just parked back at the charging station for the drive home. And then went back to whatever that was.
How's my driving?
It was good. I mean, there again, I don't know if you want to do lapping. If you do, I would definitely sign up for that. And then I think they'd have you go through a little coaching deal to learn more specifically about lapping. But after that, then you'd be on your way. Yeah, you're doing quite well.
We want a hard checker for the entire track in 10 minutes, is that correct?
If you do lapping, do they expect you to make a certain pace?
Off the track is
Yeah,
5 to 4.
but there is not a certain number out there that says, hey, you have to run this average lap time.
Oh, okay.
You can be stronger or weaker in other points. You will easily be able to keep that up.
Oh.
You maybe want to occasionally go a little quicker down the front straightaway.
Yeah, that orange
Other than
Corvette's
that,
coming up
that
to
would
the paddock.
you'd be fine.
Should be coming in.
There's usually Teslas out here all the time that run the lap.
I want to upgrade my brakes first, so I'm not.
Okay.
Playing myself.
Yeah.
Orange Corvette has paddock.
Oops. Okay.
Actually, in the
Well,
portion of the
nice
orange
job
Corvette.
today. Maybe I'll see you again in the
Orange
future.
Corvette
Yeah,
in
thank
paddock.
you.
Have fun.
What was your name again?
Safe drive home, Dwayne.
Dwayne. Perfect. Thank you.
Yep, you bet.